Hello, today I like to show you our meanwhile over 20 years available RogaREC recording software. How to set up it and how to use it. And what is crucial for this kind of software packages compared to recording file formats like MP3 or WAV file formats. So as first, I download the RogaREC software from our homepage, and here I just execute the setup procedure. So just went through. Here now the specific DLLs will be installed. So due to the long availability of this program, this hardware devices are supported meanwhile by the NVH Analyzer software. So for this reason, we just choose here the sound card driver. So now some kind of finalizing is here in process. So now it's finished. So I have here to the PC connected this kind of USB audio interface. So this is UAC 232. We can see here at this side that for the channel number 1 and channel number 2 there is mentioned 5 volt RMS. So means the data which are coming here are related to 5 volt. So, but this value is not correct. Why? Because the electrical range input of this device is 2.434 volt. In case of, for example, in case of this device, Plug.n.DAQ Lite, we deliver it with a range input of 5 volt, so that in this case there is no need to change here anything. But if you use another audio interface with another electrical range input, you have the possibility to adapt here this value. So I close the software and go now to the RogaREC location directory, and here we have a NECC configuration, the INI file. So just open it with the right mouse button with editor, and here we can see that the sound card device is enabled. Now we go here to the sound card properties, and here we can change adapt this value. So if you have another sound card or another audio card, for example with 6.7 volt range input or something different, or you adjust the input gain potentiometers somehow, so then you can anyway adapt this here. So save. So now I can open the file directly here, the exe file, and now we see here that the range input is 2.43 volt. So now I know that the microphone have a sensitivity of 50 millivolt per Pascal. Now I activate, so 94 dB is 1 Pascal. So the signal is now 52 or 51 millivolt. So it seems that this data is plausible. So now if I amplify it to 114 dB, so it's 20 dB more, means factor 10 higher. So then here's now 114 dB, and here it's 520 millivolts. So that means the plausibility test is now very good. It's okay. So by the way, at the channel number 1, I have connected a hydrophone, which can be used also in some cases as a, because it's very sensitive, as a detector for vibrations. So maybe called then vibraphone. So now I can make here some recording. And this is now in the test and measurement world crucial to have the relation of the range input and the sensor sensitivity. So now I will switch it off. So now I key in here some informations. Channel 1 is hydrophone. Channel 2 is microphone. So and now I just, let's go to the graphics, and now I just record the file. So I just move here the hydrophone so it have a big data. We see also something here at the upper left side that sometimes the overload LED get red. So and now at the channel number 2 I activate the calibration signal. So now with 52 millivolt and now with 520 millivolt, so factor 10 higher. So in case of the test and measurement world, it's in this case, as I mentioned already, very important to have a scaled and sensor sensitivity and range input related scaled datas. So now I switch it off. There are some other formats available like MP3 or WAV format, but these formats, especially MP3, have nothing to do in the test and measurement world. It's not good. So I strongly recommend to avoid MP3 format for any recordings which have to do with test and measurement. So you can use it to get a kind of acoustical impression, but that's all. So now after we made here the recording, well, let's execute the recording still running. Okay, now he found some overloads, that's okay. So now the recording is stopped. I close this software. Now we can take a look. So this is here the recording directory. And here we can see the PCM file, so the DAT file, have 22 megabyte. And here in this file, which belongs to this one, this is here the header information. Now we can check what is inside. So this is here the data number. So then we have two channels, channel number 1, channel number 2. So here's the timestamp and the sampling rate. So then we have here the comment, which I just key in before. And here the file type integer and this kind of informations, which are very important for the interpretation of the physical units and the range input. So for this reason, this file format, so this is TAFFmat file format, so means TEAC data acquisition file format, is much better for scaled informations compared to MP3 and WAV file. So I can show you here how it's working, for example, with our software. This is here the NVH Analyzer. I just go here through. So then I skip this here more or less. It's now not needed. So I can exit. So all these windows I will close here. And now I just load here the data, and now I say load recording. So this is already this file directory, which is correct. Now I just click here and continue. So now we can see here this file. This is now the movement from the hydrophone. And here's the channel number 2. In this part, this is now here's the 94 dB calibration file, and here's 114 dB calibration file. So now I can adapt here the display. So signal ring buffer, let's say this, and here's the Y auto scaled. So that's now for this presentation should be okay. Now we can see we playback the datas. So, and we can see how the data's coming here. So I can reduce here the overlapping, so that means the playback speed will be faster. So 1. So, and this is now in this case for us a kind of usable data information, because I can then work with the header information and make here correct scalings and calculations of the signal. So for example, here I can also do many other things, like for example, in one display I can show here the channel number 1 from the hydrophone, and so on and so on. But the main purpose of this presentation is here the RogaREC software, which give you the possibility to make recordings using a sound card, or for example this kind of devices with scaled data which can be later analyzed by programs like LabVIEW or MATLAB and so on. So that's all for today. Thank you very much and have a pleasant time.